Typically over the course of a console's lifespan, the console will typically lower in price. The console manufacturer will create smaller, slimmer models with more energy efficient parts, usually smaller heat sinks or something like that. Just something to lower the price. Maybe they want to get ready for the next iteration of their console, or they want to draw on more folks to buy their consoles with a cheaper price. Microsoft has done this with every Xbox, and Nintendo has done this over the last 30 years with the NES and the Switch. But Sony decided not to do that. No. Instead, Sony decided to do something different. Just a wee little bit different than the competition. Sony is increasing the price of the PS5 in select markets due to the global economic environment. The blog post reads as follows. PS5 price to increase in select markets due to global economic environment, including high inflation rates. Oh yeah, that's smart, that's fine. Even when you're making hand over fist with your new console, just put the burden of inflation on the customers. As written by Jim Ryan in the blog post, the global economic environment is a challenge that many of you around the world are no doubt experiencing. We are seeing high global inflation rates as well as adverse currency trends impacting consumers and creating pressure on many industries. Based on these challenging economic conditions, SIE has made the difficult decision to increase the recommended retail price of the PlayStation 5 in select markets across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, and Asia Pacific, Latin America, as well as Canada. There will be no price increase in the United States. Let's list off the most egregious price increases. 550 euros for the disc version, 450 euros for the digital version, that's Euro. £480 for the disc version, £390 for the digital version. UK, obviously, over 60,000 yen including tax for the disc version. Almost 50,000 yen including tax for the digital version. That's Japan. Over 14,000 pesos, I think, for Mexico. And 12,000 pesos for the digital version. And of course, Canada is great. Almost $700, $650 Canadian dollars for the disc version, and $520 for the digital version in Canada. Clearly, I'm the one who's being ridiculous here. I mean, Sony's a small company. They need to make the money. They need to increase the price, even though the console's been out for 2 years and no one's been able to get their hands on it in those last 2 years, except for scalpers who keep selling it for absurd prices. But it's Sony. They're a small company, even though they just bought Destiny's developer, Bungie, and they're $1 billion company. They need the money. Well, this price point increase is a necessity. A necessity, Sony? Really? The price point increase is a necessity. Oh my god, there's no way this is real. There's no way Jim Ryan said that with a straight fucking face. Oh my god, you are making money hand over fist with this console, and you say the price point increase is a fucking necessity? While this price increase is a necessity given the current global economic environment and its impact on SIE's businesses, our top priority continues to be improving the PS5 supply situation so that as many players as possible can experience everything that PS5 offers and what's still to come. Thank you for your continued support. A necessity. A goddamn necessity, he says. A necessity. Clearly. But I mean, that's stupid, but there wouldn't be anyone dumb enough to actually defend this, right? I mean, there wouldn't be anyone dumb enough who sucked enough corporate cock to actually defend this and think that it's totally justified, right? You already all know where this is going. So everything, and I mean everything, has gone up in price due to inflation, but the minute PS5 consoles do, there's outrage. Most of y'all don't even live in said countries with the increase. Y'all just want to have fake outrage. Why aren't y'all holding up spaces about rent going up? Yes, how dare you be upset at the price increase of the PS5? How dare you not kiss the very floor that Jim Ryan's feet touches, you mongrels? Salty, I don't know how to tell you this, but people are not interested in spending absurd amounts of money on a friggin' plastic box with Sony's logo on it when they have to spend absurd amounts of money on fucking rent, trying to buy food, and trying to pay gas for their car. I know that's really difficult for you to understand in your tiny corporate cocksucking brain, but just try to look past Jim Ryan's feet for a second and look at the bigger picture.
The idea that people are okay with the cost of living commodities and utilities fluctuating like the stock prices but believe the cost of luxury hobbyist items like a PS5 should be static is truly beyond me. Moreover, they use the elevated cost of living as a justification for this belief.
God, oh God, the stupidity is already showing this early in the video, huh? 6, let me explain something to you. People are not okay with the increased prices of living commodities such as rent and food, but they are also not okay with the increased price of the PS5 because Sony's pulling anti-consumers bullshit like yanking movies from people's accounts that they've paid for because Sony doesn't want to spend the money to renew the licenses on those movies, but they're also trying to force the burden of inflation on the consumers when they're already trying to fight back the increased prices of rent, food, gas, and other basic commodities, and also the consumers have to deal with $70 games which Sony is refusing to put on sale. I know it's hard, but open your mind a little bit and you'll see why people are pissed. Put console wars aside, analyze how fuel, transport, and component prices have increased. Where I am, nearly everything has increased in price, especially basic goods. Before people say Jim is being greedy, ask yourself, are consoles exempt from global inflation? Yes, they are, Odie. They are, in fact, 150% exempt, and I am going to explain why. Because consoles are sold at a loss. As an example, the Switch Lite is $200 and the Series S is $300. These companies make money mainly from software. Most of the money does not come from the console sales, but from the software. And Sony is making hand over fist money with both the console and the software. It's not that hard. Consoles are sold at a loss. These are not luxury. Oh my God, I can't explain this anymore. Holy fuck, you fanboys are so goddamn stupid. We don't accept broke boys into the PlayStation community. If you want cheap, fast food, you can check out Xbox Welfare Pass. If you want to play on PlayStation, you've got to pay. Simple. Gaming is a privilege. Get checked. I'm sorry, gaming is a privilege now? You're saying owning the PS5 and giving Sony my money is a privilege now? What kind of whacked out cultist bullshit mindset is this? Oh my God. I swear to fucking God, these fanboys are in a goddamn cult with this mindset. What the fuck? Oh yeah, guys. Yeah, totally. Gaming is a privilege now. Sony and the PS5, owning that is a privilege now. You are giving Sony your money and you are having the privilege of... Oh. What the fuck are you on about? What kind of drugs, what kind of crack are you snorting over there? Because I want some. Gaming is a privilege now? You're saying it's a privilege to give Sony your money? The price gouging Sony? The Sony that's increasing the price of the PS5? The Sony that's stealing movies from other people's accounts? Oh yeah, totally. Gaming is totally a privilege now, guys. Imagine if gamers expressed a similar level of outrage for not having any AAA console exclusives to play in 2022 versus a minor price hike due to materials inflation. It is always funny to me that Sony fanboys will fall back on this specific argument every time someone makes a valid point about Sony's nonsense. Oh, don't pay attention to anything Sony does, guys. Xbox got no games. Xbox got no exclusives. You don't need an Xbox. All the games are on PC. Just ignore all the shit Sony is doing. When we're pointing out stuff like Sony being anti-consumer with the price increase and stealing stuff from people's accounts. But the funniest part about this is that this guy right here, Tae Kim, is a tech journalist and a game journalist. You can see it right there in his bio. He works with all of these outlets posting info on tech and games. But no, instead of doing his fucking job and being unobjective, he's instead going onto Twitter and posting shit like this. He's going around and console warring. Instead of being a source of information for other people on tech and games, you are going around to Twitter, typing away on your keyboard, and you are console warring. You are posting stupid shit like that, instead of being unobjective. You are mocking people and complaining about people who are mad about the price increase of the PS5 because for some reason you can't stand that someone is upset with your favorite corporate overlord Sony and Lord Jim Ryan. No. Don't pay attention to Sony, everyone. Only pay attention to Xbox and how bad they are. Just ignore everything that Sony is doing and all the anti-consumers bullshit that they're trying to pull. My God, you are a fucking journalist. You are the Access Media and you are console warring on Twitter. You are supposed to be doing a job and you are acting like a fucking child and trying to mock people who are mad about Sony's stupid PS5 price increase when they are again making money hand over fist with the console and also the software. But no. Gotta console war on Twitter. Gotta get them likes from my fellow Sony ponies.
If you believe the PS5 is too expensive, you haven't looked at the prices the scalpers are charging on sites like eBay.
There he is. There you are, J-Tick. I was wondering if you were going to make an appearance. So I'm going to try and explain this to you as best as I can, but just because the PlayStation 5 is being scalped on eBay for $800 does not mean that Sony's own price increase of the console is justified at all. In fact, in some places like Canada, the PS5 is going for as much as the scalped PS5. In fact, for the disc version of the console, it's being sold for 700 Canadian dollars. Just because it's being scalped on eBay does not justify Sony's own price increase. I'm sorry to tell you this, but there is no justification for that at all. It's just a very anti-consumer move when Sony's making money hand over fist with the console and the software, and it's just wanting to squeeze out more money for people who can't even get their hands on the console and haven't been able to get their hands on the console for 2 years. Maybe if you stop sucking on the corporate cock that Sony gives you every day, you'd be able to understand that. People do not want to spend as much money as they have to for a scalped PS5 on eBay, and they don't want to spend that kind of money on a PS5 at retail through Sony's own price increase. Maybe if you were less of a fanboy and a moron, you would be able to see that.
As a proud owner of 2 PS5 consoles, should I even care about the price hike in certain regions, let alone Xbox being furious about a product they ain't buying either way? Will this hamstring the future sales of PS5 and give an edge to the Xbox Series X? Give me more $70 games.
Alright, a double feature of stupidity. Oh, I already own the console, so this doesn't matter to me, which means it shouldn't matter to anyone else. Oh, only Xbox are getting mad, so no one else should actually be mad about this. Oh my god, you guys are so fucking stupid. Okay, first of all, of course it's not going to matter to you. You already own 2 consoles. You already own 2 PS5. So of course this PS5 price increase is not going to matter to you. But second of all, your argument is stupid. Oh, this doesn't matter to me, so no one else should care about it. Bro, how fucking stupid are you? Just because it doesn't matter to you doesn't mean it doesn't matter to anyone else, especially when those people haven't been able to get their hands on the console for 2 fucking years. Your second argument is also incredibly stupid. Oh, only Xbox are mad about this. No, Xbox have a whole other list of problems, and they're just making fun of this because Sony's being stupid and anti-consumer. But you Sony fanboys are getting down on your knees, waiting for Sony to unbuckle their pants and suck down all that delicious corporate cock. God, you're so fucking stupid.
Obviously, this moron has never heard of the word inflation. Every single company is literally raising their prices. If you don't think Microsoft is going to raise the price of the Xbox Series X, then you're quite the fool.
Are you sure about that?
A Microsoft spokesperson confirmed to Windows Central directly that there are no price increases planned for the Series X and S consoles. Oh shit. Oh my god, Big Brian, oh god, oh shit, that has got to hurt. Caught in motherfucking 4K with your pants down and your junk out. Holy shit, that has got to sting. But it gets better. In a statement to Windows Central, a Microsoft spokesperson confirmed that there are no plans to raise the price of the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S. reiterating that they will remain at their baseline RRPs in various currencies, including USD and GBP. We are constantly evaluating our business to offer our fans great gaming options. Our Xbox Series X adjusted retail price remains at $299, and the Series X remains at $499. Oh god, oh shit, this has got to sting so much, dude. Not only does Microsoft come in here and absolutely demolish any arguments that the Sony fanboys have, they come in here and absolutely fucking destroy Sony and make them look so fucking stupid. It's glorious. I don't even play on Xbox and I can see the mic drop moment. Oh my god, Sony fanboys will just come in here and say absolutely anything to convince you that Sony's actually this charitable, consumer-friendly company, even though they increased the price of the PS5, steal movies from your account that you paid for, and refuse to commit to backward compatibility between PSVR 2 and PSVR 1. It's just so fucking funny, dude. Sony's out here doing all this anti-consumer bullshit, and Microsoft is out here like, nah, dude, we're not increasing the price of our consoles. We want to make sure people can actually buy them. It's fucking great. When your next gas, electric, groceries, card payment, school fees, gym membership, lights, hotel, Netflix, HBO, smartphone, internet bill goes up, remember to blame Sony. Hashtag PS5. Ah, Foxy. I was wondering when I was going to see you again. You guys remember Foxy, right?
Maybe because Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion has a minuscule budget compared to Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, that guy. And here he is, once again, desperately trying to make stupid arguments on behalf of Sony and their anti-consumer actions. Foxy, I'm going to try and explain this to you slowly. People are pissed about inflation. I know, it's shocking, but people are in fact pissed about the increased price of rent and the increased price of food and gas. But people are also especially pissed about the increased price of the PS5 because people don't want to take out a fucking mortgage just to buy a stupid box and then take out an additional mortgage just to buy their games when all of the games are $70 or more. If you could just stop sucking on the corporate cock of Sony for 5 minutes, I think you'd be able to see that. I know it's really, really hard because that cock must obviously taste delicious. But people do not want to take out a mortgage to play video games. In fact, most people don't even have to take out a mortgage because there are affordable game consoles from Microsoft and Nintendo. It is not that hard to understand. You are just desperately trying to defend Sony's anti-consumer actions and think people are being unfair and judgmental and just want to outrage for the sake of outrage because people don't like Sony. People don't like Sony for a bunch of different reasons. It is not that hard to understand. Why are fanboys so fucking stupid? Nope, that's enough fanboy stupidity for me for one day. I've had enough. I'll see you guys next time.